Hi there, Susan Winter. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm so happy that you've stopped by. I really hope you hear something that helps you today. And if you're one of my dedicated followers, I do adore you. We're continuing today with your question and answer, and this is from Theodor. And it's a good question. When does a red flag become an absolute deal breaker? Listen, getting into relationships, you're going to see flags. You're going to see some yellow, flashing yellow, some red. You know, nobody's perfect, and people in initial relationships, there's a lot of glitchy, kind of back and forth, like shifting gears that's uncomfortable. Everybody's reactive. Nobody wants to be the only one that cares. So there's a lot of walking on thin ice in the beginning of a new relationship and establishing a relationship and getting to coupledom. So what's the difference between a red flag and a deal breaker? I'm going to read. Thank you, Theodor, for writing to me. Great question. Theodor writes, "Hi, Susan. I've watched so much of your content and really admire the work that you do. About a year ago, me and my partner at the time broke up. I've come to realize she was whimsical and very insecure. I know we're all insecure to a lesser or greater extent, but at what point does it become a red flag and thus a deal breaker? And what are the signs for someone that are too insecure?" Okay, in your particular case, Theodor, the deal breaker that you're talking about is her insecurity. Now, those of you listening, it could be anything. Okay, so just transplant whatever you're thinking about now, and it's the partner's insecurity, all right? You know that a red flag is a deal breaker because it's a consistency. Deal breakers are a consistent pattern of behavior that a person has that is disruptive to the relationship and makes it impossible for us to continue with them. In this case, she evacuated. She evacuated because her insecurity made her feel unsafe in a relationship where she liked you. And whimsical just, I don't know whether she was half-hearted and just not that interested and decided to vacate, or if she was in and out, hot and cold, directly because of her insecurity. But either way, it cuts the same. One, you met a partner who was not comfortable in the communication area and didn't have a skill set to explain to you what their issue was, what their fear was, and therefore ask for your assistance to overcome it. So if there's an issue in your relationship that looks like a red flag, and your partner comes to you and states it, or you bring it up to your partner and say, look, this is happening, and they try to work with you, then it's not really a red flag. They're actually something, well, I mean, there are some red flags. Abuse is a red flag. Physical violence is a red flag. Narcissism is a red flag. But most cases with generic relationships, if there's an issue that is a red flag for you, and your partner is aware and committed and open to talking about it, and even more so, taking a proactive measure to correct this and to work on it, it doesn't have to be a deal breaker. We all have our stuff, but deal breakers are consistent red flags. They're a deal breaker because there is no way around it. That's what a deal breaker is. No other option, nothing's changed. That thing that you see is going to stay there, and that's the end of the story. Therefore, the deal breaker for you is your assessment that, hey, I don't want to experience this thing. Whimsical people, you know, they either don't know why they're dating, they're confused, it sounds good Friday night, but then Saturday is too much work to get dressed. You know, I thought I wanted a boyfriend, I don't know, maybe I want to be single, maybe I want to date around. So that's whimsical. That's unaware, unfocused, and certainly not intentional dating. Okay, the opposite of that. Insecurity can ruin a relationship, and I have a number of videos on that. I've had friends and colleagues and even clients that have loved somebody incredibly insecure. And that person's insecurity is so powerful, like in your case here, that it overshadows everything in the relationship. It also means they're jealous. It means they're on edge. It means they're monitoring you. It means that they're constantly asking you questions and looking for fault because they're so afraid that you're going to let them down, that they're actually looking for things to make you let them down. So this is, any excessive tendency like this is what we call eventually a deal breaker, because it wears you down. And in that case, those are the signs that someone's too insecure. And the bottom of all of this is about trusting ourselves. All this relationship business, it's about trusting ourselves. To ask another person to make us feel secure, step into positive situations with good people, with good values who want what you want. There are going to be moments where you're going to be scared, but that eradicates a lot of these fears. But a deep-seated insecurity where you bring your baggage of insecurity into every relationship, that will implode. And there's no working around that. So Theodor, thank you so much for this note. I do appreciate it. And for those of you who write me, thank you very much. I do want to commend all of my dedicated followers who've taken this little channel subscription by subscription to the numbers we have today. And it's been a big journey since 2016 when I really started recording. So thank you. If you don't know about it yet, I have a live show every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I'd love to have you come on board if you're available at that time. You can always watch the replays. If you have a question for me, write to me at susanwinter.net. It's on the contact page underneath the media. Do not write media. Those get trashed immediately. If you want to work with me, look at the consultation page. There are a number of different packages, and you can listen to this on iHeartRadio and Spotify. Thank you very much.